Good morning from the garden. It's November 6th. It's Sunday and I'm going to harvest the vegetables for the upcoming week. Our garden is about 5 kilometers from our house, and during the summer we come here several times a week, which means I harvest more often. But now unfortunately it gets dark early and we can no longer come in the evenings. So I harvest usually on Sunday and we use the vegetables during the week. I'll be doing a post on my blog grown2cook.com about what I'll be cooking with the vegetables I harvest today in the series Eating from the Garden, so check it out if you're interested. We had the first frost about 3 weeks ago, so that means that all the non-hardy vegetables like courgette, winter squash, tomatoes and chilies are dead, but there's still plenty to harvest. And as a result of the cold weather that we're having now, the hardy vegetables that are still in the garden start tasting better because they start converting starch to sugars and become sweeter as a result. One of the most dependable winter vegetables in our climate is kale. It's one that's very popular in the Netherlands, but the variety that's mostly grown is boerenkool, the green one. And it seems that the purple varieties or varieties that have other hues are less interesting for pigeons that do a lot of damage in the winter. This variety is called Olympic Red. It's one that I grew for the first time, but it did really well also compared to other varieties such as the Tuscan kale or Cavolo that stands next to it. Another plant from the cabbage family, another Brassica. It's also one that I grew for the first time this year. It's called Chinese kale, and but it's not grown for the leaves. It's grown primarily for the flower shoots, which are harvested when they're still closed normally. And most of these are already open, but they're still nice and tender. So I'll be picking some of these too. Next to the Chinese kale I have another Oriental Brassica, and that's pak choi. This one is a bit overdue for harvesting because it's already starting to bolt, but I will still pick it, and the leaves are still perfectly edible. Leeks are another very hardy and dependable vegetable, and that means we'll be eating from this bed during the whole winter. These plants have some rust on them, but usually that's not a big problem. Normally just the white blanched part of the leeks is used, but I like to use a good portion of the leaves too. I don't like to waste, but also the green part has more vitamins in it. Leeks are a very versatile vegetable. I like to make soups with them and quiches and other recipes. Belgium Ivy, very popular not only in Belgium but also here in the Netherlands. And the way it's usually used is in potato mash. The leaves are shredded and then you stir them into the potato mash. That's a very popular dish here in the Netherlands. I also like them in salads, especially the blanched middle part is really nice and not very bitter. The plants are nearing the end of their season because they can take some cold, but they don't like the wet, and you can see that some of them are beginning to rot, so I'll be harvesting these. You can see that I leave all the parts of the plant that we don't eat, I leave them on the beds by way of mulching. Here I have 3 different varieties of Oriental radishes. I have sown these before we went on holiday at the end of July, and we just thinned them when we came back, and basically I've been harvesting them for about 2 months now. And the ones that are left are just getting bigger and bigger. As you can see, some are beginning to be quite monstrous. These leaves are also nice. They can be used in stir fries, or the Dutch would stir them into potato mash. This is another one. It's more the daikon type of radish. I like to pickle them, quick pickling them, but I was thinking about also trying to ferment the bulbs, or like slice them and ferment them. One of the most luxurious vegetables that we grow are the artichokes. And they're also one of the favorite vegetables of my children. I grew these plants from seed this year, and they already have given us a very good harvest in the first season. But because they're so popular in our family, I'll probably be adding some more next year. I have also picked some red beets and a bunch of flat leaf parsley. So these are the vegetables that I harvested today. But moreover, we have some sweet potatoes at home. We have lots of winter squash that I did a video about before. Many varieties: spaghetti squash, Hokkaido, and butternut. So I can use that as well if I want to. We have lots of fruit stored away. We have apples, pears and quinces. We are even still picking some fall raspberries. I don't know yet what we'll be eating next week, but I will do the meal plan tonight, and I will do some meal prep also to make things easier during the week. And you can read about it in a week on the blog.